your bubbles on, babe.
The horse's willy starts to grow.
You need your ass busted.
Like my nephew wrote them. Oh, yeah, baby. Summertime and the living is easy. This is Talk Soup. I'm John Henson. I'm wearing SPF 14. But not on the old forehead. That's cooking like beef Wellington. That's right. I'm creating my own jus. Hey, we got a letter from Nicole Fairchild. She included a little birthday present for me. Now, this girl...
They're already coming in?
The presents are coming in. And I have to say, this woman really knows how to give a present. This right here is a T-shirt with a map of all the strip joints in Nevada on it.
Oh,
Every single one in state lines. Thank you very much. If you could just get me the other 49 so I have the complete set, I'd really appreciate it. Make a Xerox of that, send it out to the boys. Coming up, a Southern Fried inter-family marriage on Springer. Chris Rock drops by the Magic Hour, and everything you've always wanted to know about polygamy, but were afraid to ask.
You haven't a clue as to what polygamy is really about.
Come on, one man, a dozen babes, oysters on the half shell. What's not to understand? First up, for 20 years, Leo Contra has been scouring a New Jersey swamp for a buried pirate treasure. Now, there might be a few bodies buried out there, but pirate treasure? Doubtful. Daily Show correspondent Brian Unger journeyed to the Garden State for a look at Leo's fruitless effort and learned a little bit about himself in the process.
For 20 years, Leo Contra has been scouring this toxic dump for pirate treasure.
You really think there are billions of dollars of gold stashed out there in the Meadowlands?
There is. There must be billions out there.
He uses a metal detector and state-of-the-art mud walkers.
You picking anything up?
No, not yet.
What's the biggest, best thing you found out here, Leo?
So far, all I found is an old Coke bottle.
If I held my nose, I could see Leo's paradise.
You ever taken any babes out here, Leo?
No, not yet. We want not to disturb the wildlife any more than we have to.
Don Smith, steward of the Meadowlands.
How many varieties of toxins are there here?
I couldn't give you the number, but if humans made it, we've got a little piece of it.
Perhaps, Don, the better question is, what man-made chemical or poison isn't here?
None that I know of.
Don, let me ask you this. What chance does Leo have in finding something valuable out there?
None that I know of.
Uh-huh. And how many brain cells does he have after rolling around in that swamp for 20 years?
None that I know of.
Uh-huh. And one last question, Don. How many friends does Leo have?
None that I know of.
Oh, yeah. Sure, I saw that coming. Hey, if you can't get enough of Joy Behar on The View, tune in to Thursday's Daily Show for even more. Joy to the world, everybody. That's what I say. Please don't sing. Thanks.
Found the chicken ranch, though.
You found the chicken ranch on the T-shirt? All right. That's a national landmark. They set up a new satellite dish over at NBC. Now, with the new added technology, Conan and Andy are able to pick up some unusual channels that they might not otherwise be able to see. Like the Clive Clemens Inappropriate Response channel. That's right, British heavy metal rocker Clive Clemens has his own channel. Let's watch.
It says, British heavy metal guitar legend Clive Clemens presents some of his favorite inappropriate responses from everyday life.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so let's check that out. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, so I spent the weekend in Connecticut with my grandmother.
Ooh, kinky.
What?
Inappropriate.
Wow, coffee sure is good today.
Thank God for Saddam Hussein.
Inappropriate.
Dad, I hit my first home run today.
Check this out. Huh?
gotta get me that channel. Inappropriate! Kinda catchy, isn't it? Thursday on Conan, Matt Dillon gloats about dating Cameron Diaz. Who wouldn't? The dynamic duo co-star in this summer's There's Something About Mary. It's the classic story of Beauty and the Beast. Actress Catherine Zeta-Jones turned her feminine wiles on both the cast and the crew while filming The Mask of Zorro. Plain and simple, she's a looker. But apparently, her appeal is not limited to the two-legged crowd. Take a listen to what happened when she performed her first scene with Anthony Hopkins and his horse. Here she is with Jay Leno on The Tonight Show.
Tell me the story, because I saw this scene and I couldn't tell, but you know what I'm talking about, the horse scene? This is the bizarre story.
It is a bizarre story, and Anthony Hopkins was completely unaware of this happening. When we were actually shooting the movie, that particular scene, obviously, even though I'd worked with Anthony before in the theater, and he's from Wales too, so it never makes you feel nervous. I was completely at ease. But of course, you're working with Sir Anthony Hopkins, so the nerves were like, you know, the night before I couldn't sleep, and I got up and I thought, right, I went in to do my scene, and the first shot up was over Anthony's shoulder looking at me. And as he's grooming a horse, and you know, it's a very nice scene, and I walk in, and as they start to say action, the horse's willy starts to grow. I mean, and he can't see it, and I'm looking at the horse, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and I'm trying to focus on his eyes going, you do not laugh your head off in your first scene with Anthony Hopkins.
That's why I have this desk.
Oh, really?
Inappropriate! Hey, maybe Zeta is setting herself up for the lead in Catherine the Great. You know that story, Tom. And it features horses, a harness, and a whole lot of loving. About a yard's worth. Jet Li guests Thursday's Tonight Show. He's in Lethal Weapon 4 and is one of China's greatest martial arts experts. Jet Li. It's not a name, it's a low-cost airline, isn't it? We've just started this Talk Soup 12-step program. Stick around, because later a Springer guest asks his mom for her hand in marriage. Plus, former polygamists speak out on Lisa. But first, Sally receives a illicit video from a past guest's honeymoon. Keep your eye on the bouncing matrix.
Tired of the typical? Then escape to E for the summer you never knew was possible. I mean, who'd have thought you'd be rubbing elbows with real stars, cruising the red carpet at the coolest premieres, and getting the scoop on all the Hollywood scandals. Before you know it, you're getting a facial, wearing Armani suits, and calling everybody babe. And hanging with E has its perks. I mean, you know the true stories of today's hottest celebrities before they do. If only every network could be this good. E's Summer Escape. It's anything but ordinary.
Hair with this much curl, this much body, and this much softness is now even easier to manage. The Perm Sale at JCPenney Styling Salons.
At Geico, we settle claims quickly so you can get your car back, because no one likes to bum a ride to work. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Paying too much for car insurance isn't any smarter. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If you're still scrubbing, rinsing, and wiping your shower, coughing and wheezing with a nose full of toxic fumes, we have just one word for you. Why? Don't clean your shower. Get Clean Shower.
If you've been waiting for this summer's big blast, look out! Lethal Weapon 4 is fast, furious, and feverishly funny. Oh, baby! Okay. The best lethal weapon yet. It's unforgettable. Mel Gibson, Johnny Glover, Joe Pesci, Rene Russo, Chris Rock, and Jet Li. Lethal Weapon 4, a Richard Donner film.
Woo! That was some explosion!
Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
How do you get healthy hair like this? Hair with this sheen and body, this texture, glow. Feed your dog pedigree with new Champion Skin and Coat System in every can and bag. This multi-nutrient formula works from the inside to help make your dog's skin and coat the healthiest it can be.
Pedigree with new Champion Skin and Coat System.
developed with the vets at the Waltham Center. Recommended by top breeders.
By no means qualified to represent the LBC, I'm John Henson. You're watching Talk Soup. Remember Sally, Guess, Larry, and Vicky? Of course you don't, because outside of your religious devotion to our show, you have things to do with your life. Larry proposed to Vicky, a single mom on a previous Sally. Since then, it's been a fairy tale romance, replete with goo-goo eyes, baby talk, and some good, clean fun.
Come on out, Prince Charming.
Victoria, since I've met you, my life hasn't been the same. I love you with all my heart and soul. I would like you, fair princess, to come to my kingdom and spend eternity with me.
Larry and Vicky came back and got married on our show, and we sent them off on a romantic honeymoon. Watch this. Keep your bubbles on, babe.
Wow. Whoa. Something tells me Larry's squeezing his suds a little too hard. Do you hear that voice? Whoa, take it easy, Mr. Bubble. You're going to pop something, for God's sake. Good Lord. It's outrageous secret updates on Thursday, Sally. Like the woman who told her live-in boyfriend that she was sleeping with her adopted brother. I feel like a broken record here, but you gotta leave your family alone, people. Inappropriate. There's nothing more embarrassing than having your kid walk in when you and your wife are procreating. Don't take it from me, I don't have a wife, or a kid, or a love life. Instead, take it from Maury Povich. He and Connie are the proud parents of an adopted son named Matthew. A son who has, at least on one occasion, dropped in on his parents during an intimate moment. The truth came out during The View's question of the day. What 3 things do you think are necessary for hot sex?
Well, first, I need a babysitter.
Number one. That's excellent. That's excellent.
Because I'm telling you, this child the other day, he caught us. I mean, it was wild. I mean, you hear these pitter-patter, 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 and there's a long hallway from his room to our room.
Oh, baby.
And you know, I had the covers on, and I heard him. I mean, Connie might not have heard him, but I heard him.
Connie must have been busy, huh? So I tell you what, I'm getting ready to just mess up your morning, Mr. I've been flirting.
Why?
We have a surprise for you.
No, she's not here, is she?
Come on down.
God almighty.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What a wonderful clip. One piece of advice, ladies. When you reunite a couple, try to make it people who haven't seen each other in a while. You know, that haven't seen you since breakfast reunion tends to fall a little flat in my estimation. We like a little more separation than that. Yeah. Well, coming up Thursday on The View, Bobcat Goldthwait plugs his big-ass show on FX. He has a little ass now. Have you seen the guy? He's dropping some poundage. Don't say that. Find wood and knock on it right now. That's right. Try your head. Polygamy isn't for everyone. Sure, it works just fine for Bart and his 4 wives. At least it's working out for Bart. He's got himself a pretty good deal going there. But after seeing Bart's story on the Lisa Show, Vicky and Rowena got mad. You see, these ladies are former polygamists that are fed up and aren't going to take it anymore. Here they are telling Lisa about the dark side of this sacred institution.
Well, I would imagine that the devastation would come from just watching the man you love share himself with another woman. And would you often be in earshot of that?
For my situation, I wasn't, because he was real formal around both of us. And
but did you know when he was having a night with her?
Oh yes, we had assigned times.
Yeah. And did you get jealous?
For me, because it was my sister, and
Your sister was the second wife?
Indeed, indeed. You haven't a clue as to what polygamy is really about. You can't possibly know.
The ladies say that polygamous marriages are fraught with problems. Negatives include indecision over which wife poisons the husband, which one takes the kids, and which one absconds with the family fortune. Yeah, I'm thinking they do rock, paper, scissors for that one.
Very appropriate.
You know, that way you get fairness out of the whole thing. Yeah. Damn it, I got the kids again! Thursday on Lisa, a sneak peek into the hidden price of instant fame. From what I hear, it's pretty high. Almost as high as the price of instant pudding. Yeah, that instant pudding gets pretty pricey. Pretty pricey considering the instant. Oh, how I tease and taunt you with the splendors of our soup. But if you leave us now, you'll miss one very special relationship between mother and son. So special, they're getting married. And after the break, Chris Rock thanks Eddie Murphy for being the wind beneath his wings. In a much more cynical way, of course. Still to come.
Monday, E solves another case of dress distress with Fashion Emergency. Michelle and her roommate have an ugly rivalry.
I'm hoping that this makeover will finally put me at Deborah's level.
But will a trip to Bloomingdale's with Leon Hall and a new look by the Champagne Salon make their friendship beautiful again? So if the shoe fits, the jewels sparkle, and the bag works, then wear it. E's Fashion Emergency, Monday at 9:30 Eastern and Pacific, only on E!
So, what's another way your kid might use the word cheesy?
Cheesy?
Yeah, cheesy, like your time. Mr. Z, talk to me.
Dad, your music? Cheesy.
Excellent, you guys, excellent. But remember, folks, cheesy can be a good thing. Velveeta shells and cheese. Kids totally crave those killer shells and rich, creamy cheese sauce. It's huge. Any questions?
How will I know if my kids like it?
Look for strange and unusual language like please or thank you, Mom. Velveeta shells and cheese. Kids crave the creamiest.
Guess what? I love to play finders keepers. I find the right shampoo, I keep my color. Thanks to Color Vive shampoo by L'Oreal. Now here comes the science bit. Concentrate.
Color Vive is formulated with a UV filter to protect and revitalize every strand.
That's why my color stays truer, longer, my hair healthier. With Color Vive by L'Oreal. And I'm worth it.
There's more to satellite service than meets the eye, but fortunately, there's help. The Satellite Entertainment Information Center has prepared this free fact-filled report that includes helpful comparisons and key questions you need to ask so you can shop smart without costly or disappointing surprises. It's an easy and convenient way to get started. The call is free, the information is free, and no salesperson will call you. So if you're thinking about getting a satellite dish, pick up the phone and call 1-888-DISH-HELP. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, where's the best place to find it? Buy it, see it, drive it, hear it, do it, view it, chew it. CCTV, your neighborhood network. Watch us for local real estate listings, car and boat sales, restaurants, community events, and more. Find them all on CCTV, your neighborhood network from Comcast.
Find it on Comcast CCTV. That's Channel 18, Gloucester County's neighborhood network.
Hi. Oh my God. Chris Rock is all over the place these days, what with his big screen role in Lethal Weapon 4. After working on the stand-up circuit for 15 years, he's really earned it. But Chris knows he wouldn't be where he is now if it weren't for the help of some big names. Like Eddie Murphy. Here's Rock telling Magic all about it.
Speaking of Eddie, because he kind of got you started, right?
Yeah, I met Ed around 12, 13 years ago at the club called the Comic Strip in New York, and he saw me perform, thought I was kind of funny, flew me out here to audition for The Tonight Show, and they said, you suck. But, then Eddie put me in an HBO special called the Uptown Comedy Express. So it's like me, Robert Townsend, Marshall Warfield, Arsenio, and I'm doing all right now.
Yeah.
But I'm on the Magic Johnson show. I can't believe. This is so weird. It's like, you know, I remember when you hit that hook shot against the Celtics in Game 7. Right then I said, you know what? One day I'm going to be on his show.
Oh, sure, he makes it sound like he's a visionary, but he said the same thing about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird, and Hawthorne Wingo, huh? That would have been a good show, Tom. The Wingo show? Wingo. I would have done that show. Thursday, Babylon 5, Sherry Belafonte. Sherry Belafonte reclines with magic. You can ask her about her dad. Just don't bring up her dog. He met his untimely demise in the LA earthquake. It's true. And it's not funny. I've always been a fan of the old Monopoly pieces. I like the iron because it reminded me of the chores I had to do when Mom was watching her programs. My brother loved the racer, but that's because he knew how to hotwire cars. Daddy loved to get out of jail free cards because that meant he could steal from work. Sis loved the big shoe. She pretended it was a Nike high top given to her by her pimp. Oh, family memories. But according to CBS This Morning correspondent Jane Robalou, the Monopoly folks are considering some new pieces. Some new pieces for some new memories.
Yes, we made the biplane one of the choices because the biplane, we figure, its campaign platform, if you will, in this great election, is that it's for the romantic, it's for the adventurer, and it's a throwback to the heritage of the game, in that it goes back to the 1930s in its design.
When the game was introduced.
When the game was introduced, exactly.
Okay, and the piggy bank. I think this might have to be my favorite.
It is, huh?
But now he has a significance for the game, right?
That's right, absolutely right. The piggy bank is there to remind everyone that slow and steady can win the race, and that persistence will pay off, and that Rich Uncle Pennybags, you know, the gentleman who's pictured on...
Rich Uncle Pennybags, that's his name?
Yes, that's his name. The gentleman pictured on the Monopoly game. His motto is that by saving his pennies, he amassed his fortune. So that's what the piggy bank reminds everyone.
Every mother and father out there is going, get the piggy bank. Yeah. Maybe my child will learn something
Absolutely, it's a great
and then this is the one that everybody would love to see in real life someday, a big money bag.
That's right, that's right. It's the kind of thing that, it's sort of the object of the game, if you will, is to have the most money at the end of the game, and as a token, it's great as a reminder to everyone that, you know, this is what we're playing the game for, and this is, it kind of speaks to the best of, and the most competitive spirit of the game.
Oh, come on. Let's really bring the game into the 90s, huh? Forget the piggy bank. How about the handgun, the crack pipe, and the shiv? Just in case you get that go directly to jail card, you might have to shank Uncle Pennybanks in the yard, Tom.
Give me that shiv.
Yeah, shank him. Shank that Uncle Pennybags. It's me or him, man. Sometimes you gotta shank him. Yeah. Thursday on CBS This Morning, Jose Diaz-Balart files a report from Hawaii. See what the Aloha State has to offer the summer traveler. They make a lot of shivs down there. In Hawaii? Yeah, a lot of shanking going on in Hawaii. They'd shank you to death. But rip it. Coming up, it's our soup of the day. 19-year-old Brian wants to marry his 32-year-old ex-stepmother, but the boy's dad has something else in mind.
You need your ass busted, okay? I need what? You need your ass busted. Are you gonna bust my ass? Well, I can. You gonna bust my ass? You gonna bust my ass? I can bust your ass. You gonna bust my ass? I can bust my ass. What then? What then?
A secret almost stopped his promising career.
I realized he couldn't understand a word I was saying.
His Hollywood affair ended 2 marriages.
I've never really talked about this, especially in the press.
We have to be very careful about that.
But for Antonio Banderas, true love endured.
We were meant to be together.
And an international star was born.
He is a Renaissance man and so involved in film.
Real stars, real stories. Antonio Banderas Celebrity Profile, tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on E!
Walk into a house clean with Pine Sol, and you know it's clean. Well, now, there's a new smell of clean. New Rain Clean Pine Sol. The power of Pine Sol, but with a fresh scent. Like after a spring rain. New Rain Clean Pine Sol.
Hi, could you tell us a little bit about this movie?
Don, we need you up here.
He's a working-class kid with a genius IQ who's failing the lessons of life. Now, one man will change his life forever. From Miramax Home Entertainment, Good Will Hunting. Rated R.
That was real nice, Tom.
More guaranteed new releases at Hollywood Video.
Hey, look at these strips from Pond's. Yeah, they're not just for noses anymore. This shade fits my forehead perfectly. They clean up your blackheads. Yeah, I'm just glad it's here and not on my face anymore.
New Pond's Clear Pore Strips for your face are the only ones contoured for foreheads, chins, cheeks, and noses, all in one box. They deep clean to unclog pores and gently lift blackheads away.
It's like a blackhead convention.
New Clear Pore Strips, contoured for your whole face.
Bye-bye, blackhead.
From the Pond's Institute.
Come on, Rod. Trust you. It's true. The critics are saying Lethal Weapon 4 is the best yet. See? More action.
Hey, who's the guy with the white pajamas?
More thrill. More laughs.
That's right. It's gonna be lethal.
Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Joe Pesci, Rene Russo, Chris Rock, and Jet Li.
That's some bad Chinese.
Lethal Weapon 4, a Richard Donner film.
It's going to be an honor to share some egg rolls with you.
Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
On a clear night in the outback, they say you can see every single star in the sky. And people come from all over with one thing on their mind: food.
That looks like a steak knife to me.
From juicy steak to tender chicken, fresh fish to barbecued ribs.
And up ahead, ladies and gents, dinner.
You'll see things you won't see anywhere else.
Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
Need contact lenses? You could. Get in your car, drive to your eye doctor, wait in line, pay twice as much, wait a week, drive back, pick them up. Or call 1-800-CONTACTS. Save the trip, save the money.
Check out the chat on TalkSoup. Ask John about life and love, play concentration, or visit the photo gallery. Just type www.eonline.com or AOL keyword E.
Welcome back. 19-year-old Brian says he's found the woman of his dreams. Well, he didn't have to look very far. That woman was his own stepmother.
Oh, no.
That's right. Brian is in love with his father's ex-wife, 32-year-old Brenda. The two lovebirds came to the Jerry Springer show ready to tie the knot. But they didn't get very far because, surprise, surprise, Brian's father, Keith, has a few problems with this unholy union.
She was your stepmom for 11 years. What are you doing marrying her?
I never knew her as my stepmother. I never knew her, period. I mean, when I was younger, probably 5 and 6, I mean, I seen my...
When she made you?
When I seen my father, when I was 5 and 6.
Yes, I did. It's because you wouldn't.
Because you wanted to. I'll take care of them. And
yeah,
she
because
did.
you wouldn't, maybe?
Damn right.
Why don't you talk to your son?
Huh?
Why don't you talk to your son? I'll step out of it.
This is not right. You need your ass busted, okay? I need what? You need your ass busted. Are you gonna bust my ass? Well, I can. You gonna bust my ass? You gonna bust my ass? I can bust your ass. You gonna bust my ass? I can bust my ass. What then? What then?
Let's see.
That's what take off that belt. You can get that belt. You know what I'm saying? You can get it shut. Punk ass bitch. This boy's been in trouble with the law from day one. That's why he come to Kentucky to stay with us, just like Dukes of Hazzard, baby.
Oh, yeah. Who can forget that episode when Luke wanted to marry General Lee and Bo had to talk him out of it? Thursday on a very special Dukes of Hazzard. Tomorrow on a very special Talk Soup. Meet a man, a woman, and a stripper who's caught in the middle. What is it you want?
I just want to live my life. I want to have it all.
Well, who wouldn't? We're through for the day. Before we go, I'd like to take a moment to congratulate France for their stunning World Cup effort. I'd also like to remind them that this doesn't mean we're friends again, okay? Talk Soup pledges to propagate the stereotype that you're nothing but a bunch of wine-swilling, BO-infested, financially irresponsible fools who scream at us when we try to tip you. Yeah. But for today, let me be the first to say, good job kicking a ball into a net. Wish I could do that. See y'all tomorrow.